God says, you're almost at the finish line. The process, hard as it is almost complete. There is just one more layer, one more furnace of fire I need to put you through. I want to create out of you something that can be a testimony that when God say, I will do something, I will do something. Morning, brothers and sisters, wherever you are in this world, I pray and hope that you are feeling blessed, that your spirit is in a good place, that your spirit is holding on to this hope that God has given you, that your spirit is clinging to the promptings that are dwelling, the promptings of the Spirit that dwells inside of you. This morning I'm coming to you with a word. A word was placed in my heart. A word was placed in my soul. And this word was mainly just guidance to me, but I wish to share it with you out there. I wish to share this word with somebody out there who is in the same position. You who is in the place of waiting. You who is in the place of waiting. The place of waiting. That place of waiting. That place that can be so hard. If you are in the place of waiting, then this is a word for you. I hope that it edifies you. I hope that it encourages you. And I hope that it just gives you what you need. That little strength to just stretch you a bit further and get you to the finish line and get you to His promise for you that He made specifically to you. Just before, I was listening to a song before I started preparing for this video. I was just trying to get my spirit going. And an advert came on. It's funny how God will plant signs in your way to teach you something. This was a Mr. Delivery advert that came on here on YouTube before the song started, and I got a teaching out of it. If you are in the place of waiting, that means that God talked to you, that God promised you something, the Spirit whispered something, some intentions the Lord has for you, and you believed it. You took the hardest, or you took the hardest step in the process. You believed. You believed the promptings. You saw the vision and you believed it. Hard as it is to most mortal man, you believed. And for that, I want to congratulate you, because that is the actual hardest part. Believing when God tells you, as a rock, a dusty, dull rock, when God says you are meant to be gold. When you are nothing but a caterpillar that moves so slow from leaf to leaf on a tree, and God says to you, you are meant to be a butterfly. How dare you believe? Who do you think you are, the world says? What makes you think you are that special? But you believed. You believed that somewhere inside of you, in that dullness, that is the rock you are, somewhere inside of you, some transformation could happen. And the gold in you would start to come out. You believed that with some work, with some friction, with some work by the Lord, the gold in you could start to shine, rise up in you, such that everybody could not ignore it. You season will come. The transformation will come because God told you you are exactly that thing. You believed. You believed. And now you are in the waiting process, my brother and sister. You are in the waiting process. Now, this waiting process is hard. This waiting process, so much trial comes. So many are lost within the way. So many give up because they say, God, I've been waiting. God, I've been doing. God, I've been believing. God, I've been steadfast on this path. I'm here to tell you that God says, you're almost at the finish line. The process, hard as it is almost complete. I no longer see the rock part of you. All I see is the gold. There is just one more layer. One more furnace of fire I need to put you through. There is just one more turning in the flames. And you will be the best. I do not want you to be a low-grade gold. I did not intend for you to be a low-current gold. I wanted you to be the best of the best. I wanted you to be the one who new value will be placed upon. I want to make you. I want to create out of you something that can be a testimony that when God say I will do something, I will do something, I will do something, not just in a mediocre way. I will do something, like he says, such that the ears of those who hear about it will tingle. A low current gold is not something that will make the ears of those who hear about it tingle. God needs to do something so profound, something that has not been done, so that when people hear about it, they can say, definitely it was God. So that when your healing comes in your world, not even the doctors can take credit of it, that they too have to say it was a miracle. God is saying, I'm not just going to give you a healing. I'm not just going to take cancer away. I am going to give you a body that looks like it never had illness in it. I am not just going to give or take away the illness. I'm going to restore. I'm going to give birth to a new you. And I am just saying, please, God is saying, please just hold on. Please just be patient. Just one more time. Let's do this one more time. Just allow me the time, because I have made a way. I have made a way. The way exists. The way is there, and I am just taking you through it. God is saying, believe in me. Continue to dwell in my presence. I have made the way. I am taking you through the way. Oh, caterpillar, do you not see that the fact that you are here, you are no longer a caterpillar. You now exist between two worlds where nobody can define you. Have you seen a caterpillar with a one wing? Have you seen a caterpillar with two little legs? Have you seen a caterpillar that looks like it wants to start flying? You are almost there. Allow him to start building that last wing. Allow him to start giving you the strength. Allow him to start creating out of you that final piece. That final piece. Going back to the Mr. Delivery thing. Somebody out there was told sometime last year start a home delivery service. Somebody was told, start a service where you go drop things at people's house. The Spirit prompted them. The Spirit told them. But you know what happened? Rationale said to them, this doesn't make sense. There's no profitability in this. They did their market research. They did all the things that our mind tells us to do. Logic kicked in. But they did not know. God gave them the promptings because he knew the way. He had already made the way. God knew what was coming. God knew that if this person could have just taken a leap of faith, could have just listened, taken heed of the promptings of the Spirit, and just started that home delivery service, that right now they would be prosperous. Right now they would be giving a testimony to the world that the spreadsheets didn't make sense. The spreadsheets said this thing wouldn't work. All the models I punched the numbers in said this business would not work. But here I am. God knew what was coming. God knew this pandemic was coming. And this person sits and they question everything. They beat themselves up. But you know what? If God can tell you that one thing, one time, He can still tell it to you again. Question is, what are you going to do the next time He tells you? What are you going to do the next time He gives you this prompting? On the other hand, there's you who was told to do the same thing years ago. You started a home delivery service. The Spirit told you, the Spirit showed you visions of this business succeeding. And you listened. You clung on to this vision. You believed in this vision in all your entirety. But it wasn't working. The numbers weren't working. At the beginning, you might have hired a person here and there. And eventually you had to let them go. Because it wasn't working. But something inside of you said, keep going. Because the vision that had been planted was so clear. The dream so vivid. You could even touch it. You believed. And just at that almost breaking point, when you were about to give up, when the world said you were a fool, it started to transform. What seems to be a pandemic, what is bringing loss and misfortune to others, has caused you to prosper. Do you not understand that God said, I have made a way. I have made a way. You do not have to understand it. You just need to understand. You just need to take heed of what I'm telling you to do. And you did it. And look at you now. Look at your business life now. No business model would have told you that you'd be the success. No business model would have told you that you will be soaring at this point. Because there was no model that had put within its perils, in its contingency plans, it never factored in that such a pandemic will hit the world. But God knew. You know why? God knew. When He gave you that prompting, He didn't give it to you Immediately, He gave it to you years ago, months ago, because He wanted to see, do you have faith in me? Do you trust in me? Do you trust in my process? Do you trust in my words? Do you trust in my spirit that when I say I will do it, when I say I have made a way, when I say believe in me, God was testing you because He knew what was coming. He just wanted you to trust that whatever He has planted in your heart, you would believe it. And I say to you, oh, proud He is of you. You think that He is rewarding you with the monetary things that you are seeing in your life. But no, your elevation, where you sit in the presence of God, where He has taken you, oh, the throne, there, in there lies the glory. You listened, and you are a testimony of what the heeding of the Holy Spirit, of that knowing, of that prompting. You are testimony of that. So I say to you, you, that person who right now has been given a prompting, you who has been given a vision, you who has been told this is coming for you, you who has been told your job is coming, you who has been told your healing is coming, you who has been told your house is coming, you who has been told your husband is coming, cling on to the word. Cling on to the word. Hold on, because God has made a way. You don't have to see it. Oh, cling on to it. Remember, what you do during your waiting process will determine how long you get to this. The Israelites took 40 years in what was meant to be a 7-day journey. And that's not because they were not told of where they needed to go. They had the vision. There was a knowing. It was clear. That's why they stood up and left to begin with. But it is what happened in the waiting process. It's when the faith became to wither away that the vision seemed to get blurry. It's when the world clatter began to filter into the mind that they started to go out of the way. I was watching a movie the other day, and it was pretty profound to me. In this movie, this person is holding a page with some writing in it, and the person he is interrogating says, because there's a list on this, there's a list, a very important list. The person says, you think this is all there is. This is not the whole list. Turn the page. And this person turns the page. He's like, what the hell? There is nothing on this side of the page. And the person says, I said turn the page. And this person keeps turning the page. He keeps turning the page and he's getting irritated. He's saying, I see this list here. This is the list you've given me. And I'm turning the page. What the hell? Are you crazy? There is nothing here. And the person says, I said, turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. My brothers and sisters, the sentence is the same, the instruction is the same, but when you hear it through the ears of the mortal you, when you hear it with the understanding of the world, you are going to miss the lost instructions. You are going to miss the lost, distinct, clear instructions. But if you dwell in His presence, if you dwell in the presence where His Holy Spirit abides, you will hear it with your spiritual ear. You will hear His directions with your spiritual ear. And as such, the very sentence that means a certain thing to a mortal being, to you, you will hear it so strong straightforward, so directly that you will do exactly what you need to do to get to the thing that the Lord has told you you are destined for. I pray that you will have the guidance of the Holy Spirit, that in your waiting period you will have the patience, you will have the clear, distinct promptings of the Spirit, such that you will understand it with your spiritual ear, so that you can have faith and you can continue to hold on to this beautiful vision that the Lord has given you. And you will wait to get to His promised land. You will wait and go directly to the job that the Lord has prepared for you. You will go directly to the house that the Lord has prepared for you. You will go directly to the doctor who will give you the healing that the Lord has prepared for you, because God has implanted people, things, and messages along the way. You just have to go to the right person, place, and thing. Continue to dwell in His presence. Continue to take heed to His word and be blessed. Your waiting period is almost over. The golden year is starting to come out. Your butterflies, your wings are taking root, and you are about to start flying. You caterpillar, you are about to start flying. Have a blessed day.